Campbell Newman today unveiled his ministry, high on confidence, low on experience. There are some surprises, with the Premier just one of 3 ministers who are first-timers in Parliament. Some portfolios have disappeared altogether and the number of women has halved. But Queensland will have its first Madam Speaker.
There'll be 19 ministers in the new cabinet, including the Premier. Only one of them has ever served on the front bench before.
I'm sure everyone is going to do just fine.
3-time former leader Lawrence Springborg gets the difficult portfolio of health.
But if we restore healthcare services, give better outcomes for Queenslanders in general, regional areas will also benefit from that.
Campbell Newman will be flanked by his deputy Jeff Seeney, who's already Minister for State Development, Infrastructure and Planning, and Tim Nicholls as Treasurer and Minister for Trade. Former leader John Paul Langbrook takes Education, Training and Employment. 5 ministers come from Brisbane, 3 from the Gold Coast and 4 from the Sunshine Coast. 2 are from the Wide Bay Burnett region, 3 from the West and 2 from Far North Queensland.
There is strong representation for the regions of Queensland as I promised.
But there are only 3 women compared to the Bligh government's 6.
But not to have a senior woman in a senior portfolio is a big mistake.
Long-time shadow frontbencher Fiona Simpson will be Speaker.
I had been expecting to go into the ministry, but to be offered this opportunity is actually fantastic.
Bruce Flegg, former education spokesman, gets the lesser role of housing and public works, while Mark McArdle loses health for energy and water. 2 parliamentary first-timers have shot straight into cabinet, John McVeigh as the Agriculture Minister and David Crisafulli in local government. Labor is worried about the loss of portfolios for mental health and industrial relations.
There are a lot of EB negotiations coming up in the near future for nurses and for teachers, and there is no minister with those responsibilities.
Last night, Tony Fitzgerald warned about the downside of a big parliamentary majority and the dangers of politically appointed departmental heads.
Statements of the Premier are encouraging, but much has been left unsaid, and the jobs for the boys' gravy train has already started. That's a shame.
Look, I think we need to give them time under the leadership of these ministers to perform, and you know what, I'm very confident they're going to do a great job in delivering for Queensland.
Unions say the restructuring of government departments must be done without loss of jobs or services.
What we're saying to the government is that they need to minimise the change and the human cost of this process and maximise the focus on government services.
The new cabinet will be sworn in on Tuesday. Karen Berkman, ABC News.